According to the IATA, the joyride for the world's airlines may be coming to an end. IATA has cut its global profit forecast by 12%, warning that the sector may have already hit a peak. Director General Alexandre de Juniac told Bloomberg what's driving the gloomier outlook.
We had forecasts which were based on fuel price and some cost estimate that we have to revise. First of all, the fuel price is higher than we had forecasted, and some labor costs are continuing to increase, labor and infrastructure costs. So we have revised our profit expectations down to $33.8 billion for the year. That represents still 4% of our revenues, and 4% of our revenue is not a big margin.
That's based on $70 a barrel on Brent, revised up from $60 a barrel in your December forecast. Given that Brent is at $77, there's lots of upward factors that could be argued. Is that not a conservative enough forecast, particularly if you look ahead to 2019? Will that be a more difficult year?
We should be cautious about any forecast on oil price. If we were able to forecast oil price, we wouldn't be sitting on our respective chairs, first of all. Secondly, we have revised our forecast from 38 to 33.8. Well, it's a revision, but it's not a significant drop. We are still in the same order of magnitude, and the reason for that is when you look at what the airlines have done now for 5 to 10 years, they have significantly increased their resilience because they have restructured their activities, they have reduced their cost, they have increased their market presence, the resistance to shock has improved.
Across the board, do you think global airlines are resilient enough to withstand some sort of downturn, given how fragile the industry traditionally has been?
The results are good, the resilience is improving, and the resistance to shock is probably better than it was 10 years ago. Then after, it depends on the level of shock, the level of the downturn. But we are reasonably confident that the airline is more solid and more resilient than it was 10 years ago. So we think that we are able to let's say, to cope with the downturn, provided it's not a disaster, of course.